Brothers and sisters, lend me your ears, metaphorically speaking. First, there was Bush Derangement Syndrome, which was followed in the deranged Dominion of Canada by Harper Derangement Syndrome, leading, no doubt, to the Trump Derangement Syndrome that I'm sure you're all familiar with. When did we learn to hate? Past politicians such as Pierre Trudeau and, to a lesser extent, Ronald Reagan and Brian Mulroney may have been disliked, even despised, but people weren't obsessed with them. Is the hatred we see and hear the result of social media? You tell me. But lately, dear listeners, I've become aware of another bowel movement of the soul, BDS, or Boomer Derangement Syndrome, the malign tendency to blame baby boomers, those comrades born between 1946 and 1964, not only for the current economic malaise, but for the election of Comrade Mark Carney's Liberal government. Okay, Boomer, so what is this BDS? BDS, or Boomer Derangement Syndrome, is the belief, nay, certainty, that the Carney Liberals were elected through the votes of uninformed boomers who get their news and information from the CBC and other mainstream news sources. These selfish individuals, insulated by wealth, largely achieved through real estate, care nothing about the problems of younger people unable to afford a home. They care only about themselves. But, brothers and sisters, is that true? It appears to your scribe that an entire mythology has arisen surrounding the boomers and the world in which they grew up. I recall a comment on a YouTube video which stated, as fact, that boomers received free university and upon graduation had A, a car, B, a house, and C, a full-time job. Funny, I don't recall any of that. Oh well, at least the boomers weren't accused of owning slaves. So, what was the reality? In a video called have trouble with that word, MYTHS, Myths About Baby Boomers That Just Aren't True, a comrade named Ronnie points out that while boomers enjoyed lower costs in terms of housing and education, they also experienced a lot of ups and downs in terms of employment. I can testify to that personally. I graduated from university in the middle of a serious recession, and while some of my friends secured good jobs, it took me several years to land a decent full-time position that was supposed to have been permanent, but wasn't. Oh, well, such is life, and such was the experience of many boomers who supposedly had it made. I can also testify that I have never voted for the Liberal Party of Canada, but in 2015, most of the young people at work, non-boomers, voted for Trudeau, and some of them probably still vote Liberal. The ones that didn't vote Liberal voted NDP. But, as many of these young people were the children, or sometimes grandchildren, of boomers, I guess that makes it the boomers' fault too. But if not the boomers, what is responsible for the current state of the deranged dominion? Why, the national nemesis, Yankee Derangement Syndrome. In previous videos, I have estimated that 40 to 65% of the Canadian population suffers from a hateful obsession with Americans and with the United States, an obsession that clouds their reason and prevents them from addressing Canada's real problems. Back in 2024, I predicted that if Trump was elected president, the Liberals would run against him and probably win. And sadly, I was right. The Carney campaign exploited this anti-Americanism with a big assist from the supposedly conservative Premier of Ontario, Doug Ford, into an orgy of patriotic elbows-up defiance that turned trade negotiations into guerrilla theater, if not guerrilla warfare. The media billed Mark Carney and the Liberals as the only ones who could save us from the machinations of Trump and the evil Yankees, and Canadians of all ages who suffered from Yankee Derangement Syndrome awarded them with their votes. Were most of these sufferers boomers? Perhaps, but in my experience, Yankee Derangement Syndrome affects Canadians in all age groups. Our problems in Canada were made by us, Canadians, and we need to take responsibility for them rather than blaming everything on Americans if we are ever to achieve real independence. And thus endeth the sermon. But, brothers and sisters, what do you think? Please share your dialectic in the comments and consider supporting this capitalist endeavor by liking this video, sharing it, and by subscribing. See you down the gulag. I want top bunk. Enjoy the decline. This is Comrade Warren, signing off.